Opening round of the Players Championship, the 41st edition of the PGA Tour's flagship event from the Players Stadium course at TPC Sawgrass. And we have live exclusive featured group coverage during the morning as Sergio Garcia played with Phil Mickelson and Dustin Johnson. This was at the par 5 11th. Sergio was in that tiny pot bunker that guards the front edge of the green, and oh, that was just too easy. Nearly holed it for a 3 and made an easy birdie. Over at the short par 4 12th, he struck his tee shot poorly but had an opening here, and did Garcia ever take advantage of the opening? Watch this one. Any questions? What a recovery. And it led to another birdie for Sergio. Par 3 13th, 182 yards on Thursday. Back right hole location. There's a little slope that feeds the ball down to the hole if you catch it, and Sergio did. Coming off the miraculous birdie at 12, he would make another at 13. To the par 3 third, the second 9 for this grouping. Sergio was 4 under at this point. This par 3 measuring 169 yards, and that was center cut. And at the fourth, front left hole location yielded a 10-foot birdie attempt for Sergio that moved him to 6 under par. Just one drop shot during a very efficient round of 67 for Garcia. Dustin Johnson withdrew from this championship last year. This was at 13. You saw Garcia's a moment ago. In there close. In fact, Sergio was just 4 feet away. That was the best tee shot of the day that we saw here at the par 3. And Johnson's was nearly as good. It would settle just about 5 feet away. Par 4 15th. He was on the green about 18 feet away, and he had really burned the edges of some cups up until that point, but that one found the bottom for DJ at 15. At the par 3 8th, it was all you could handle on day one at 233 yards. Only 15 birdies made the entire day at this par 3. And this was absolutely a stunning tee shot left underneath the hole from Dustin Johnson. Then over at 9, the final hole of the day for this grouping, he elected to hit 3-wood off the tee. So as a result, he had more than 295 yards for his second into the 9th. But DJ threaded the needle. I mean, that is a narrow opening that he was able to slide that one through. He would 2-putt from there and sign for a round of 68. Third member of this morning featured grouping, the 2007 Players Champion, Phil Mickelson. That was the first year they moved this championship to May, if you recall. This was at the 4th. Phil drove it left, ball slightly above his feet at the short par 4. Played sensibly for the middle of the green because he knew he had that slope to work with. And Mickelson would have about 12 feet there to set himself up for a birdie. And this to get back to level par. It didn't go in with great authority as it kind of crawled over the front edge, but it went in nonetheless for Phil, who otherwise got roughed up on day one and shot a 3 over par round of 75. Afternoon featured grouping here on PGATour.com. Charles Howell, Hunter Mahan, and Ian Poulter. We pick up the action at the par 4 14th, which was really hard. One of the top 2 toughest holes on the course throughout the day, but Howell made birdie there. That's like picking up a shot and a half on the field. Then over at 18, historically the hardest hole on the golf course. It has been for so many years, and that was a fabulous shot. Charles Howell's scrambling was exceptional throughout the day. Par 4 first, birdie chance here. just outside 15 feet. Good pace, matched up to the line. I mentioned his scrambling. Well, this was the high point of his efforts from off the green on day one. His third at the par 4 sixth. Sheepishly, it went down. A birdie for Howell at number 6. How about Hunter Mahan's day? Well, it was kind of up and down. This was one of the ups. Second shot after a beautiful drive down the left-hand side of the fairway. Beautiful distance control, hole high, 5 feet away. That led to a birdie. Then over at the par 3 8th, he was +3 at this point. Coming off bogey at 7, he got it right back. And Mahan would also close with a birdie to shoot a round of 73. Third member of this group was Ian Poulter. Terrific putter, especially in the Ryder Cup, as we've seen through the years. This was at 14. Howell made birdie at 14. Poulter made birdie at 14. Very nice work on a very difficult hole. And in the end, it was a 74 for Ian Poulter. Friday's coverage begins at 8:30 Eastern Time with the featured morning grouping of Bubba Watson, Matt Kuchar, and Jimmy Walker.